out there, my name is Caitt and welcome back to my channel. Today I have another anxiety video for you, and these seem to be getting really positive comments, and I absolutely love that a lot of you aren't afraid to share your stories with anxiety and are giving me such positive comments that these videos have helped you in some way, which is all I can hope for by putting this out on the internet, onto YouTube. So today I'm going to be telling you about my panic attacks, and if you have any panic attack stories that you'd like to share below and how you kind of deal with them and how you make them better, please let me know, because the only advice I have for this is just let it run its course. Like, don't try to stop it, because that might make it worse. So if you are having a panic attack, please just let it run through. And it's kind of like crying, how sometimes crying when you're sad or angry can make you feel better afterwards. It's kind of like that same thing. So my panic attacks. I mentioned before that I only had about three or four of them the last time I made an anxiety video, and luckily I haven't had any since then, except for about 3 months ago. This is a little late in the making. 3 months ago I had a trip to the emergency room and I had 2 panic attacks in the span of an hour. Usually when you're coming out of a panic attack, you'll kind of just sit there for a second and come back into reality, and you're like, what just happened? Like, you don't remember anything really from a panic attack, you just know that you had one, and you can't really like pinpoint little things within it. But with the 2 that I had in the hospital, I was aware, like my mind was there, I was aware of what was happening, and I noticed that my panic attacks, both of them, so I'm assuming that most or all of my really bad panic attacks follow the same pattern, and there's actually 3 stages. Daisy's down there digging on a blanket if you can hear her, but sorry. Hi! So the first stage that happens when I have a panic attack is what I call the chatterbox stage, and basically that means I just talk like nonstop. Like, I can't even get a breath in. I just keep talking and like trying to avoid the situation, but also like just, I don't know, I feel like I'm not talking to people, I'm just talking out loud to say things. So in the hospital, I kept repeating, like, I want to go home, I'm fine, I want to leave, it's okay, we can figure this out later, I'll get better, I just want to go home. Also during this stage, I start sweating, obviously, because panic attacks do usually make you sweat, and because you get hot, you get overheated, which leads to the next stage, which is what I call the zombie stage, where everything shuts down. Everything. Like, you're still there in the room, your physical body is still present in the room, but everything else just like shuts down. You're still awake, you're still conscious. The transition is probably terrifying, because it goes from me talking non-stop, not even being able to get a breath in, just like keep talking really fast, and then all of a sudden I shut down. That's when you see stars. I think the stars are actually like the white blood cells that you see. I read that somewhere. But you know, when you're about to pass out, like right before you pass out, you see stars everywhere. Your vision gets blurry and it like crosses in and out of focus. My hearing was going in and out of focus too. So that's why I call it the zombie stage, because I think they were asking me to respond to them, like they were asking me questions or they were talking to me. I could not hear like any of this conversation. I couldn't focus on any person, so I couldn't tell if either the nurse in the room or my mom was like looking at me. I couldn't tell if they were talking directly to me or they were talking to each other. I just heard noise and my vision was like blurry, so I couldn't tell. So I go from nonstop talking to nothing, being a zombie, to uncontrollably shaking. You feel like your entire body's shaking, but then you feel like your heart is shaking inside your rib cage. So I can kind of like hear myself shaking, which is strange. But you know how you can like hear yourself blink? Like, some people can hear themselves blink if it's quiet enough. I can. But but my vision is obviously shaky because I'm shaking, so you can't have your entire body shaking and then your eyes just like perfectly focused. Like that just doesn't work. I was trying to focus on TV. I also had headphones in, listening to music at the same time as I'm watching TV, and I have like the remote that has the sound in it right next to my ear too. So I was just trying to like focus on different things. If you know my safe song, or if you know, honestly, turn on any song on my phone, grab my phone, hit the play button, whatever song comes on, I'm absolutely fine with, just because I recognize all of my music, so I'll be able to like kind of pick the lyrics apart. I will leave my anxiety playlist. I don't know if I put playlist up here. Here. That's really all I have to say for this video. I think it's going to be a very long video by the looks of how long I've been recording. But thank you so much for watching. I really hope that you enjoyed and that some of this information maybe helped you, or if you can relate to it. I don't think I really gave any tips in this video. Anyway, I will see you next week. Bye! Oh, also really quick, I have a little sample of one of my Society 6 designs. It is the People Should Care About People, and it is the sticker. And I finally get to hold one of my designs in my hand, which is so cool, and I love it so much. I will link my Society 6 store down below.